Skibbity whoop pop 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 pooda pooda.
Wow.
Bet.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Marie's favorite.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Swipe in the City. It's Marie.
And you've got Michelle here.
And me, Paul. PM Jams. I'm happy.
Would you like to tell people
It is
who you are?
I.
Hit me.
I'm Paul. I run PM Jams. You know, some people know me as P Miller. If you don't, then you will. And but yeah, PM Jams on Instagram at PM Jams, PMJAMS.
You're gonna get at least one new follower from that.
I've got to, right?
Hopefully.
And what do you do on PM Jams? Is it like porn?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. Yes.
That's why he's on the podcast.
Is that not what we're talking about today? Oh, sorry. No. Jokes aside, that's a little jokey joke for the listeners. I do music and events around music and comedy. So come to some of my shows. They're awesome. Everybody has a great time. Ask these two. Have you guys had good times at my stuff?
Yeah, and you know what the best one was?
Tell me.
It was the one 2 weeks ago, Lo-Fi and Wine.
That was such a cool event. You had like a live podcast on that event, right?
Yeah.
Who was that?
I was trying to think of something stupid to say, but I'll be very earnest. Swipe in the City. They were great. Oh my God, it's you.
Where's the applause?
I know.
Yeah.
All these sound effects and poor timing.
See, yeah, I'm on it though.
Anyways, y'all, we are back with another episode of Shit Guys Say, where we are trying to give constructive criticism. And
but it's kind of mean.
And we're kind of mean, and for the benefit of our own laughter and joy.
And hopefully your laughter and joy as well. And anybody who wants to add to the lovely content that we pull from, if you've got some cringy DM slides, send them our way at Swipe and the City. We love to read them.
And we do call this Shit Guys Say, but we want to see the cringy DMs from girls. No one is sending us cringy or annoying DMs from girls. I want to see it.
We know they're out there.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. Not to say that it doesn't happen. It certainly does. But like, I'll be honest, it's mostly dudes. Like, it's like,
Wow.
Hey.
In other words, guys is being used as a gender neutral term.
Yeah.
Kind of like fuckboy with an I.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow, my favorite.
So, should we get into it, guys?
Let's do it. I think
right.
Shimon, applause. Let's go.
Paul should lead us in with this first one.
I love this one. It's just so urgent.
Okay, so urgent. Hello, how are you? I am baby from this place. I need your help. Can you do me this favor? Please answer. This is very necessary. So he wants money. Like that's what that is. Like that's not much of a we've all seen that scam before. He's about to tell you he's a prince.
The email chains of the 90s or 2000s have now come to Instagram DMs. It's highly concerning.
Yo, I get a lot from like bots of like big titty women on Instagram telling me like, yo, talk to me. I've got something for you. And I'm like, lit.
He's like, and then I click the link and then I have to get a new computer because of the virus.
Every time.
They get me every time with those big titties.
They're always watching my story.
They're always.
I get I go in and I block them every single time. It says like, watch my pussy. And I'm like, yo, like, fucking be a little less transparent. Jesus. Like a bunch of peach emojis. Like,
modesty is key when you're a sex bot. Like,
so watch my pussy.
That's literally the name. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
I'm gonna send you a screenshot. There's probably one in my story right now.
What if it's just cats? Somebody's just asking you to watch their cats.
Cat account.
Look at it.
I would honestly love that.
I would too. I'd probably be permabanned, but that sounds awesome.
Maybe we should make an account called Watch My Pussy, and it's just cats.
Yeah. I thought Michelle doesn't look like she's on board.
Michelle's like, I hate everything about this conversation.
Yeah. Love it.
I wish y'all could see the way Michelle's clutching the microphone. She looks like a trauma victim. Just like, tell us where they harmed you.
So I take it you didn't accept this message and find out what was so necessary?
I considered it, but honestly, like, I was worried that I was going to get roped into some sort of thing with the FBI, and I don't know. It wasn't worth the risk.
That's fair. That's fair.
If we would have seen Marie on like the Bourne Identity, just trying to escape.
No, I feel like I'd end up on like forensic files. Like that worries me.
Oh, this is the second time where we've done a live thing and you've brought up murder. I'm concerned. Maybe the third. Anyways,
She watches a lot of true crime.
I
so.
sleep to true crime.
Which,
All space right now.
there may be some foreshadowing in this. Weird. This is just kind of the same.
Yeah.
who it is? Oh,
Who is that?
This?
Do you want to read this one, Marie?
Yeah. So this is coming as a response from one of my photos on Hinge. Me and Luna at Zilker Park. It says, "I don't think we can do this. You are way too cute. Risky business, you know, ...
joke's on you. He was talking about Luna.
I mean,
That's what.
I hope.
Yeah.
I feel like this is something Paul would say.
Yeah. 1,000%.
Like, I actually, as you were reading it, I was like, I literally feel like this is something Paul would like slide in with.
But it's not. His is a little too
Cheesy?
weak boned.
Weak bone.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think we can do this just right out of the gate.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm saying. Don't start out with the negativity.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to come with it correct, you know? If
How
you're going to
would
be
you-
stupid, you got to be a positive stupid.
If you
Rewrite
were,
this.
Yeah, how would you rewrite
So,
this?
all right. So so he says, "I don't think we can do this. You are way too cute. Risky business, you know?" Okay, first of all, my problems with this is he's not stating what the risky business is. We don't know what it is when he says we can't do this.
that I'm cute.
Yeah,
Like,
all
she's
we know.
trouble. It's like someone being like, oh, you're trouble. Like, you're risky. Like, you're going to break my heart.
Got it.
I mean, it will.
I mean, yeah. If that's his first message, absolutely.
Right. So,
Game on.
yeah. Sorry, I'm distracted. So if I were to rewrite something like this, I'd probably say something stupid. Maybe like, listen. So we're gonna go on this date, but you're way too cute, and I'm not. I don't want to get my heart broken. So let's. No, that's stupid. I can't think of anything. I was just like, listen, you're too cute, but I think we should go on this date because I'm cute too. So let's figure it out. That's what I'd probably say, something like that. That we're both cute. You know what I'm saying? But he's saying it's too risky. Ain't nobody too risky for me. Okay, you could be riding a motorcycle in your profile picture, and I'd still swipe right. You know what I'm
So
saying?
this guy's just a pussy.
I don't want to say it like that, but he's kind of weak-willed. He went in negative.
Yeah, I think Paul used the term weak-boned.
Yeah, weak-boned, weak-willed, and so
My weary bones.
he's a little soft. So don't come in negative. Be like, yo, you cute, but guess who is too? Me. And then moving on to the next photo. Let me give myself applause for that.
This?
Yeah, so we're just going to talk about it. So it's the first photo on a Hinge profile.
Yeah.
And Hinge lets you have, like, they're not like prompts, but I don't know what they call them, like a description.
Captions, I
Yeah.
think is what they call them.
And
Yeah.
it says, dating me will look like, and then it looks like this happily married couple at like a
Yeah.
nice event.
A wedding.
So dating
There's
this.
charcuterie in front of them.
Like, I don't,
Ooh.
I feel like, are they a couple? Are they looking for a third? All his other photos were just him. But yeah.
Let me ask this, because on pictures you can, if they put like text on the picture, you can type it, tap it, and it'll show that they have text. And sometimes you'll see a picture with somebody in it, and if you click it, they'll be explaining like, oh, this is my brother or cousin.
Yeah, I don't
they
remember
didn't do
that. I just
Okay.
thought it was like ironic that it was because everyone has, oh, your brother or sister, whatever. They're looking like her hand is in his lap. His arm is
It
around
on
her.
his leg.
Her hand is on his
Right.
leg. Like that's not
Right.
your
They're
brother.
looking cozy.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe if you're from Alabama, shouts out to Alabama.
I feel like if that's not someone he's still with, like what the fuck are you doing? You're playing yourself.
Yeah, no, 1,000%.
I mean, well, and I feel like the first photo too, like you should not have another person in your first photo. And then you should definitely not have another person in your first photo that is the gender you are trying to pursue.
Agreed.
Like,
just have photos of you kissing dudes. That way they know you're not trifling.
well, but I mean, okay, I will give him some props. Dating me will look like, and then it's like
A fancy, like, nice event.
right. I
True.
think that's clever, and
Yeah.
I do like his suit, but yeah, again, like first photo, and like
Agreed.
also like she's hot, like
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
she's
cute.
I don't compare
can't
to that.
compete, cannot
Right?
compete.
No, you guys can compete. I can already see several ways you can. So,
I know how I can compete. I can make a better charcuterie board.
yeah,
Thanks to the class that Michelle and I did a few months ago.
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So yeah,
Thanks, mobility.
don't have pictures of other people that might be on a date with you in your profile.
I think y'all should do that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one I want to do next. Let's have Paul read the dude and you read yourself.
Awesome. You invited so and so to start the chat.
So we'll call him Charles. Charles liked my photo. I invited Charles to start the chat. What does Charles say?
All right. I'm concerned with this chat already. What?
That's not what he said.
I am.
Just start
Out of
here.
character.
Be him for
Just
a second.
be him. Be
Fine,
Charles.
Fine. What's up? I shouldn't have said it as
No
cool as that.
punctuation, but both what's ups are capitalized with the W.
And it's like WASSSAP. Like, it's a very weird. So it's, yeah. What's up? And said, just pooping for the third time today. You?
Haha, shitty deals. But that's
I have to commend the response.
I
do
did not
too.
think he would respond. So the context here, obviously I would never respond with something like that with someone I was going to actually talk to.
Yeah.
But this was someone that I'd matched with when I was in Hawaii. So
Oh.
and he messaged me like weeks later or a week later.
Oh.
And so because I think the initial message, like, what's up, is stupid.
okay.
I was texting with Marie and I was like, I should respond with this, like, as a joke. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna respond with this and see what he says. And he responded. I commend him on that.
Props.
Andy made a poop pun.
Yeah.
He made a poop joke, so
Yeah.
we're married now.
Yeah, basically.
clearly. He lives in Hawaii.
Yeah, he's on Maui.
Oh.
So
Well,
That
your
blows.
mom will be happy to hear that you're moving back home.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. What's up is such a dumb fucking way to start it. Or hey, how are you? Like just don't.
Unless you guys both on your profiles talk about how much you like Martin, the TV show. In which case, then it's appropriate. See,
I've never heard of Martin TV show.
Martin Lawrence. No, neither of you. Wow,
What
we have
channel?
growing up.
see what channel?
It's an old show?
Yeah, came out like the 90s when Martin Lawrence was big. Bad Boys, Martin Lawrence.
Yes.
You so
I mean,
crazy?
yeah, I know the name.
Confirm.
Okay,
But like
bet.
not
This show?
Okay.
All right, we have a lot to catch up on after this. Wow.
the blank looks poor Paul is getting from Michelle and I right now.
If anybody's never seen me before, I am black. So that might make a lot of sense as to why they don't.
You've never seen me before.
If you've never seen me before.
Moving right along, Luna had to participate in this part of the
She had
conversation. She has very strong feelings about this slide in. Paul, you want to read it?
For sure. Who is this?
That's me.
Oh.
It's a comment on one of my photos on Hinge.
Well, how about, so he says to one of your photos, we'll tell our families we met at Bible study, right? He hasn't put a winky face, but I imagine he did in real life. He said that and was winky blinky.
I would actually like this better if there was a winking emoji
Really?
or a smirk.
Yeah, okay. I could see that. It's still a little creepy to me, but who am I?
It's a little it's a little weird.
If-
It's a little weird, and it's also the picture is it's not like it's like a sexual picture, but you're in like a bikini top and like shorts, and it's like a booty shot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at the beach, like,
Right.
whatever. Yeah,
But-
it's definitely, like, I'm not trying to be sexy here,
No,
but...
but there
It's
is
an interesting
but there
choice
is-
for referencing Bible study.
There isn't.
Right.
He saw an entire bakery in this photo, and he was like, "All right, I got to slide in bakery." This is a long-winded joke to say that you're caked up in this photo. That was
I'm like, where is he going with
Get
this?
it? Entire bakery.
I know we're eating donuts.
Because
but-
somebody's caked up in this photo, and he was like, well, we about to get to some sinning, so I got to tell my parents that I met you at Bible study. That's what I've mentioned is going through his head right now.
On what, like, I feel like it's very overplayed to say, like, oh, we're meeting on a dating app, but, like, we're going to tell people we met some other way.
Oh.
Like, I feel like that is very 2014.
Yeah. Agreed. Jinx, you owe me a coffee.
Paul, you just want more caffeine. Here.
There's some left.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, I feel like if he had a winky face, it would feel more like he's just trying to be
Playful.
No, he's serious.
Yeah,
I think he's serious.
I think so too.
He's like, no.
No, I think he was trying to be playful.
Which leads me to my next point here. The fact that there's nothing that would reference the Bible on my profile. Like, I don't show religious.
It doesn't show your religion?
I hide it.
Oh, interesting.
I hide a lot of stuff like that.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a.
Also, why did he capitalize Bible study?
Bible should be capitalized here, but not study. Unless it's a specific Bible study. Like, unless it's a Bible study called Bible study.
Right.
Like,
what if that's code that we don't know? How young is he? Is that
I don't remember.
We don't
I don't think
have
I really
additional
looked at his
context currently.
anything.
Damn, was he cute?
I don't remember.
Damn. Ah, well.
He clearly made a bad impression on me.
He clearly didn't get to the next step in this game, Paul.
Oh, sorry.
But we will not be telling our families we met at Bible study. Also, because I don't think my mom would buy that.
Marie at
My
Bible
mom would
study.
be thrilled. My mom would be so thrilled.
My mom would be like, you went to Bible study?
Yeah, my mom would be really excited for a second, and then my stepdad would probably be like, "That's bullshit." Like, my stepdad and Matt my brother would call me out, and then my mom would be like, "Wait, really? You didn't, Marie? I thought you were going to church again."
Damn it.
Yeah, my mom would. Anyways, yes. Let's talk about our parents some more.
Damage.
All
right, let's move into some of these interesting prompts here. Michelle, I feel like you should read this one.
Are you trying to say something about me as a person?
Well, just
so
read it.
So-
I'll say why.
together we could shoplift steaks from HEB.
And I'm not saying that I think you would shoplift, because I don't. But you actually physically go to the HEB.
True.
This wouldn't work for me personally, as I don't remember the last time I've set foot in a grocery store.
Also, it'd be really hard to shoplift via like GoPuff delivery.
Right, exactly.
You have to-
Like, I get everything delivered. I get anything from HEB. I get that Instacarted to my house. So, my apartment. So, this would not work for me personally.
What do you think about this, Paul? What's your gut reaction?
I think this person is not funny. That's all. Like, as soon as I read it, I was like, oh God, just stop trying. Like, stop.
I also want to know where that came from.
It doesn't feel like an original thought.
It
feels like you heard it somewhere. Like, God damn, that's funny. And then you think now other people should laugh at it. And then, listen.
I'll be honest, I laughed at it. I thought I giggled. I wouldn't say I
snorted.
laughed.
Listen.
But I giggled.
I don't think you should ever post that unless you're actually about to steal from HEB. Don't, unless you're about that life. Don't ask me to go steal steaks, because I will ride to go get those steaks. Okay.
Also, yeah, like, let's talk about the difference between shoplifting and stealing.
What did it say?
I feel like shoplift is like, and I mean, I've never done either, so I guess maybe I don't know, but I feel like shoplifting is more like you grab something kind of a little bit lighter that you can like throw in a bag. I feel like a steak would be a little bit more challenging.
Put it in your coat.
And potentially problematic. Like,
Put it
it's
in a
raw
purse.
meat.
It's also like the most lit section of HEB, and it's usually very, very busy. So it's like you're not just like sliding a steak into your pocket.
No, like, I think any woman that sees this, and if she wants to match with him, they have to, like, you have to challenge him on that now. Like, together we could shoplift steaks from HEB. all right, motherfucker, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go fucking do it. Don't put, shouts out to, listen, Hinge, if you're on Hinge, don't put anything you aren't willing to do on your Hinge profile.
That is a great fucking tip.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good advice.
That's the best practice.
Because I have definitely, like, I've seen women post things on their Hinge and we've matched, and I'm like, all right, so let's do that. Let's do that. And then they're like, no. And I'm like, what the? Okay, I get it. You're trying to be funny, but shit. Anyways.
Like, don't say something that you're not prepared to be taken up on.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I only put mud wrestling on mine, because I will take you up on it 1,000%. Let's wrestle.
Oh, we should set you up with that girl that at the show wanted to go to
Yeah,
a wrestling
the one
match.
who wanted to go to a wrestling
word?
match.
You were there.
You were.
Oh yeah, I know her. I know her personally. She's a friend of mine.
Well, why don't you take her wrestling?
Why don't you take her? Yeah, why don't you take her wrestling?
Like, my irrational fear is escalators. There's no reason for me to be afraid of escalators.
I did not know
Escalators
this
and
about you.
revolving doors. I'm terrified.
I just imagine Marie's nightmares. They're like, she just wakes up. She's like, what's going on? Why am I moving upward slowly at a pace? Oh no! Like somebody.
Y'all should see me at the airport, like trying to get when you don't have like an elevator and you have to take the escalator with your suitcase. Oh, I'm a wreck.
I'll be honest. That actually gives me anxiety too, because it's usually
Yes.
it's never when you have your small suitcase.
No.
It's always when you have your big suitcase.
And it's never a large elevator. It's always or escalator. It's always one of the tiny
really
ones.
narrow.
Yeah.
Let's just imagine y'all screaming.
No, it's like trying to dip our toe in the water, like trying to decide which escalator. Well, okay, do you know why you're probably afraid of escalators? So
Okay, tell me why you think I'm afraid, and then I'll tell you why I'm actually afraid of them.
I don't, like, when I was a kid, I remember seeing this video on like the news or something of this kid like laid down on the escalator. Maybe this was a movie. I don't know. It feels very real in my head.
That's a movie.
But
Well, you were little, so.
But their clothes got caught in the thing. Sorry, this probably isn't helping your fear. But their clothes, and I think like their arm or some shit got caught in the bottom of the escalator.
Listen,
This has to be real.
your clothes can get caught, but like anyways, do we have to,
You have to be wearing like loose clothing, but why was he laying on
That's
the
what I'm
escalator?
saying.
That's,
Like,
that's another question.
Marie-
He might have had that coming.
he wasn't long for. He wanted a very slow. Anyways.
So the actual reason that I'm afraid of escalators is because when I was very small,
She was that child. She was.
that plot twist.
Y'all are like, you're crazy, Michelle. And Marie's like,
I remember
"'Twas
that. No, my dad told me that if you know how when you step onto an escalator, there's like a yellow line right before where it starts, or red. He told me that if you touch that line, it's poison.
Wow.
Come on, Marty.
So
That's just mean.
I mean, and to this day, I still won't step on that line.
Wow, he got you good. Wow, that's crazy.
Escalators are very, very stressful for me.
I when I see escalators, my fear is it was a cartoon movie a long time ago. I forget which one, but like under the escalator was just hell. Like it was just red. And so and it's not even a fear. It's just like, man, I better not go down there. Like that's always like.
I was gonna say Stairway to Hell, but I realized it's Stairway to Heaven.
Right, it's an escalator to hell though. It's a stairway to heaven, escalator to hell, because you got to work to get to heaven.
And you're lazy.
Yep. Wow. I feel like a preacher. Let's talk about this guy's arrest.
Want to go to Bible study with me?
Let's go. Let's tell our parents that's where we met. So this guy's irrational is getting attacked by
He has a few, yeah.
He has a few. He says getting attacked by a bird or a rabid squirrel. God, man, a rabid squirrel. I guess like a regular squirrel would be okay. Like I guess he's not irrationally fearful of that.
I don't know. Squirrels can be kind of mean.
Yeah, they're rats. Yes, they can
I
be.
mean, I
mean.
love squirrels.
Ew.
Have you ever seen The Emperor's New Groove?
Yeah, that was a cartoon squirrel.
Squeak, squeak, squeaky, squeak.
Yeah, that was like the Chipmunk Squad or something, right? He was like
No,
in
I speak squirrel.
Oh, he does say that. Yeah,
Wasn't that,
squeakums.
It was a big guy.
Yeah, Kronk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my concern with going on a date with this person
He
is
doesn't like Disney.
is that these are just some of, if he's already listed, the prompt asks for one. It's not
Right.
plural.
Clearly
he's
he
already
doesn't
listed four, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this dude is or girl is this person is like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
And you're going to go out with them and they're going to be like chill and then they're going to be like, twitching and they're going to be afraid of like a door's going to slam. They're going to twitch. They're going to be like, oh, I'm also afraid of doors. And they're
Getting
gonna be,
caught
like,
in the
walking
door.
down the street and they're going to be like having to go like around a tree. And you're like, I just feel like this is the beginning of a lot of other stuff.
That's exactly how it feels. Like, really, like you're gonna. I think that Aaron Rodgers leaving Green Bay is like one of those like laughing but serious type things. Like, I think that is a legitimate fear he might have. But also, he threw that in because it's a little bit more lighter. It's a more lighthearted like answer. But
you know what? This is problematic for me, and this will be the last thing I say because I feel like anyways.
We've spent a lot of time on this
because it's funny. But yeah, so
there's a lot to unpack.
Why this is problematic for me for like two reasons. One, he can't read, which is bothersome, and that bothers me, and that makes me feel like this person has, when you meet them, as soon as you give them an opening, they're just going to have bad opinions about things. Like as soon they don't listen. You'll be like, yeah, so I live. This is how your date would go. You'd be like, oh, where are you from? And then hypothetically, if you were from Texas, you're like, oh, I'm from Texas. And he's like, let me tell you my thoughts on that abortion law. Like that's who this guy is. Just based on like, oh, he doesn't live. He's waiting for his chance to talk, and then also, his fear is being murdered and being in a tornado. So being murdered by man or nature. And that is also like, come on. Like, yes, obviously. Who's out here like, I ain't scared of nothing. And like, nobody's like that. Obviously. Don't put that. This is meant to be fun. Nobody wants to fuck you because you're scared. All right? Nobody wants to do that. So.
Mic drop.
That was an applaud-worthy moment. Bet. I gave myself applause for that.
I like this one. You should not go out with me if, which is our favorite prompt, I think. Not favorite. You should not go out with me if you get offended easily, you describe yourself as a social butterfly, you don't have an actual job, you can't explain politics, horoscopes with facts.
Who hurt you? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
This is like baby boy energy right here.
Yo, that's God.
I think
so
he gets
negative.
offended easily. Like,
This
Right?
is so
think
negative.
that's why he led with that.
Yeah, if you start with that, that's you. You're describing yourself. Like, that's you, Playboy. Like, I'm sorry, y'all go first because I talked like for 8 hours in the last one. So
Also, I don't get offended easily, but I'm kind of offended that he puts like a social butterfly as a negative. Excuse you. I change people's lives.
I picked this for you because you are a social butterfly. It was also written on like my 3rd grade report card as a nice way to say she talks too fucking much.
my teacher just told me I talk too much. That's literally what they said. That's not a joke.
But like, yeah, like why is that a bad thing?
It's just,
Because he's insecure.
yeah. No, you unwrap this.
So from the jump, so he starts with, if you get offended easily, and then proceeds to offend people. That is like, really?
Y'all, I just spit my coffee out.
So, okay, let's go line by line. So you get offended easily.
What does that even mean? All right, go ahead.
So when someone puts that in a profile, that tells me that they like don't have any, that they say things that are like
Offensive.
That they're an asshole.
That they're an
Yeah.
asshole. They don't have a filter. That people like get irritated with them often.
Yeah.
And they're taking that as people they're like too sensitive.
Yeah.
And not that, oh wait, no, what I said was actually wildly inappropriate.
Yeah, right? You have to have that self-reflection, and he clearly doesn't because he's over like, listen, all I said was, go make me a sandwich. I thought that's a good joke. Like, I can picture the person who says that. He's like, can you believe she got mad at me? What a bitch. Like, I could feel like I picture him, you know? And then he says, I don't like you. You should not go out with me if you describe yourself as a social butterfly. So what do you want? What do you want, then, Playboy?
He wants somebody who, if they do get offended, they don't say anything because they're probably insecure and very quiet and they don't talk very much. So he gets to do all of the talking and offend everybody that he wants to.
Right. And then complain to her later, or him, whatever. He might be gay. She might be gay, whatever. And complain that, can you believe they got offended at that, babe?
No, I can't. I am hypnotized. I do whatever you say.
That's
I am exactly what men in Texas want if I sound like that.
God.
hey, I'm from Texas.
Lord help
I-
us.
Except Paul.
Except me. You don't have an actual job. I know what he means. I feel like I know what he means when he says that, because I hear this from dudes all the time, especially during that whole bit where OnlyFans was about to take off the adult content bit. I only heard it, like some women, but majority of guys were like, oh, now you got to get a regular job. Like, that's all I heard. I was like, bro, you be out there jacking it. Come on now. Come on.
Well, right.
Come
That's
on.
the thing. You are consuming that content. Also,
Yeah.
creating content in whatever form is a lot of goddamn work.
It's a lot of fucking work.
It's a lot of work.
You can say that again.
So,
Yeah.
like, respect for content creators, whatever form that is in, whether that's adult content or, well, I probably shouldn't say children's content. But y'all know what I
I was
mean.
going to say podcasting.
Or
I don't know.
podcasting. But there's so much work that goes into it that people just have, like, no clue. And they're like, oh, they
Yeah.
just, like, take pretty pictures. It's like,
Right. No, it's
do you know
not.
how fucking long it takes to put makeup on?
Yeah, it's really fucking difficult. Yeah.
Or even if you don't edit very much, like there is still like a lot that goes into like photography. Like I get offended by people who say they're a photographer just because they have a nice camera.
Yeah. Shouts out. I'm a photographer with my phone.
Holds Android. Well, and I think like anytime I feel like there is kind of a wave of like this like quote new type of job, like an influencer,
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't get recognition for being a way that people can earn money.
Yeah.
It's because you're not miserable. That's what it is. It's like if
They're
you don't,
fucking mad. They're
Yeah,
jealous.
that's really all it is. What do you mean? You don't hate your job? That's not a real job. What? Hold on. You don't want to kill your boss? Well, that's weird. Like that's-
Honestly, like I see so many memes like that too, and I'm like, I can't really relate anymore because I like my job.
right?
Love my job.
Listen, if you're working for a living, it's a job. You know what I'm saying? If you're putting in the hours, if it's paying your bills, it's a job. What the fuck? Who cares?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like do you? As long
Right.
as you're not fucking hurting anybody,
Right?
have whatever job you want.
Nobody-
all right? Be a porn star.
Nobody went to McDonald's and told this guy that flipping fries wasn't a job. Okay? Nobody told him that.
He probably works in service. Like my
That's what
mom
I'm
would say
saying.
that's not an actual job.
Oh, no, really?
Like, well, not in the same context.
Not in the same
But like, she'd be
context.
like, if it were me that wanted to be like a server for the rest of my life, she'd
Yeah.
be like, no, Marie, get a real job.
That's how she would say it. I see. I understand. But I mean, that's a different conversation. Also,
Yeah, that's.
this
I mean,
guy's
and I'm not saying I agree.
right.
So please don't be offended by that.
Right. Shouts out
If
to
you
my
get offended
service.
easily.
Right. If you get
If you get offended easily, you're probably not listening to the show.
right.
True.
We've said some questions. Well, I have said and some of us, anyways. And then you can't explain politics, horoscopes with facts. What does that mean?
It's
What-
a horrible sentence.
What is that? Also, like, I love the idea that politics and horoscopes go hand in hand. That makes me. that
Those
really-
are also oddly, those are very specific.
That's why I say
like
somebody.
these are coming from his experience.
Somebody hurt this man. He dated a flower child and was changed forever. That's what
You
happened.
know what? You know what it is?
What?
He probably dated a Scorpio.
That's probably what it is.
And he was like, "Well, explain this." And
I'll
it's
give that a
like,
little uh-oh right there.
I don't need to explain it. I just am. I just be this.
This is how.
Be like that.
I don't
this
need to
is how it
explain
be,
it.
baby. I don't know what to tell
Like,
you.
I don't know. Again, it's just like very negative. I do understand if you're very into actually talking about politics or
Right.
debating or like having like really whatever in-depth educated conversations. I get at that level where you're like wanting to talk to someone that has the same background knowledge
Sure.
or whatever. But like in this context, like you're just being a jackass.
Right. For
Well-
no reason. You're going to be mad. Sorry, interrupt you. Reed.
No,
My
you're
bad.
fine. I was just gonna say, like, politics right now. I think some of that might come from like there's a lot of non-factual information, or dare I say it, fake news, that people that aren't facts that people still are like take as the word.
Right.
And so my guess is that's what he means in reference to you can't explain politics with facts. I'm not sure what horoscopes has any. I have no idea how that fits in though, because like maybe he just knows that you can't explain a horoscope with facts. Except that mine has been fucking attacking me this week.
Listen, no, I think what you're saying makes 1,000% sense, but not for this guy. Only because a few reasons. One, he listed 5 things technically, right, that set him off. And then also, I don't think he can explain politics with facts. I don't think he's
As educated as he's trying to present himself as.
yeah. I don't like if you were intelligent. First of all, you would understand that this is a dating website, not a thing to get your rocks off and complain. So there's that. And then second of all, you would understand that this sentence makes no sense. So really quick, let me ask you guys a question though. When you're dating somebody, is it the? Oh, okay. I thought I had cream cheese on my mouth. Anyways.
Because you're eating a bagel. Yeah.
Because I'm eating a bagel.
If you couldn't tell by his mouth being full as he's talking.
I was hungry. All right. So, when you guys are dating somebody, how important is it that you guys have, like, off the rip, have similar interests? Like, for example, you like Harry Potter, right? How important is it to you that the other person also likes Harry Potter, if just as much or as much as you do?
I mean, you don't have to like it. I mean, you're not going to like Harry Potter as much as I do.
Fair.
Let's be realistic
Fair.
here.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you are actually Harry Potter. There's no way.
Even then, I don't think Daniel Radcliffe loves Harry Potter as
No,
much
I meant
as
the
I do.
character. But okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to at least like respect that that's something that I love, and like you're probably going to be forced to watch the movies with me at some point.
Dope.
I feel like the first. I know.
I'm going to pull sound.
I feel like for the first couple of interactions, it's more about just like, do you enjoy spending time with this person?
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of figuring out some of those things. Like typically you've met, if again, say we're going from an app and not just like meeting someone in real life, but typically you've matched for a reason, and typically like it's you have something in common.
Right.
But I do feel like we've talked about this in the past for people who are you taking a picture or video?
Picture. Sorry.
It's going to be me with my eyes closed. But we talked about when it comes to like political views, religion, some of those types of things. If you're like a hardcore fitness person, those like lifestyle things, I feel like for some people that's like a deal breaker from the get. But I think like just a common interest is not as important at the beginning.
And I only bring that up because if you're on Hinge or whatever, don't give people ultimatums like this guy did just because he's not interested in, you're not, because he did, right? He says, don't be like this, don't be like this, don't be like this. And you guys are saying like it's not super important from the jump. You know, it's not super important which if you guys are both into the same thing. So don't do what this guy did. Just
don't be like Chad.
Yeah.
They're all Chads.
Chadathy.
So jumping back to a prompt and a response because we forgot to read this. This is coming from one of my prompts. The one thing you should know about me is, yes, I am one of those girls who sleeps to true crime.
Oh, that's a callback to earlier when I asked you if you told me. All right.
Foreshadowing.
Ooh.
So that's Marie's prompt. And then the message, the slide in. Paul, you want to read that?
I did this once and had really weird dreams. It was a gaspy face. How do you avoid that? Or do you embrace it? Haha. I mean, like, he seems, I don't want to say new to the game. He seems like he's struggling a little bit. He doesn't know what to say. He thinks you're cute, clearly, and that's the only prompt that he thought was like, okay, I can talk to her about this. Does that make sense? Like, this is the only one. And he was like, yeah, okay.
I feel like he's just like seeking actual advice and not, this isn't flirty to me.
You think so?
I think he's just like, oh shit, like, how do you avoid that? Like, how do you avoid having, and you can't control your dreams.
What?
Well, I mean, some people can, but
Yeah, that is a thing. Some people do that. It's called, is it lucid dreaming?
lucid dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people can.
Okay. Well,
I've
Not
done
me.
it before.
You've only done it once. I'll never forget.
Just
Anyways.
gave me such a weird look. I mean, my thought on this is just like, oh, baby boy can't hang. Also, like, you're not gonna be able to spend the night at my place ever,
Bet.
unless you can get over this. So either man the fuck up or I didn't match.
I feel, yeah.
I said, if you have to ask, you'll never know. And I tweeted it. And then I, not another true crime podcast retweeted for me.
This is the one they retweeted?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
one of
awesome.
them,
This
yeah.
is one of them. Okay. That's fucking funny. Yeah, no, dudes, don't go in like that. Don't go in like, I don't know. I always keep it very, very vanilla when I slide into people's prompts. I do. Because it's like, I don't want to be too extra because I already am. You're going to figure that out on the first date immediately.
Real quick.
Yeah. You're going to be
Real quick.
Oh boy. Oh, he's fast. And then don't do that. Just be chill. Like, you know what? I love true crime podcasts. Tell me about my nightmares. Like, you can't don't be like that. Don't do that.
Yeah, literally, maybe I should have responded with, I am your worst nightmare.
Booga booga. Like, you should have.
Bum, bum, bum.
And then he'd be like, no, really, like, do you take something to sleep? Like,
No, like,
Melatonin.
Help
Do you
me.
smoke weed? Like,
Right.
if you have like sleep issues, the dating apps are not the place to get
to get
help
advice.
there. Yeah.
right. So this is fun.
Oh, boy.
This is
Are we going to go down too big of a rabbit hole if we read this?
no, we keep it short. This is easy.
We'll keep it brief.
Yeah.
All right.
This is easy.
Paul, take it away.
Homie says a social cause he cares about is men's rights and issues. As the resident dude here. So this is a double-edged sword only because like I feel like when I say these things, people think that I mean something else. But I do genuinely believe as a dude, there are some things we need to address in our culture. And when I say men's rights and issues, that's what I'm referring to. Our we're kind of trapped in this system that we've created for ourselves, right? You
made your bed.
Yeah, we made our bed. And so that's what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, we do need to talk about how men, we can't express emotions to other dude. We can't do a lot of things. So
Mental health.
Yeah, mental health. So if that's what he's talking about, all aboard. But I am like 99%. I am 99% sure that is not what he means. I think he's like, I bet he's the type of guy like, I don't understand. So women want to be equal, but I just can't hit them? Like, is that what you mean? Like, that's the kind of guy I feel like I'm talking to.
Yeah, you made a good point. I didn't even think about that. And I'm like, men's rights, like, you have them. Like,
Right. No, yeah.
oh, like, I don't know, having
good for
control over
you.
your own body. Like,
Yeah, right.
How is that a social cause? Like,
Right.
You're gonna, what?
No,
What? Yeah. But you actually made a really good point in, some of the issues, like, again, with like toxic masculinity and like some of those things. I think that is a good point. I don't remember the entirety of his profile, but I just like don't think that like woke, forward thinking, wanting men to like feel emotion is where he was going with this.
I don't think so.
The only emotion I think he feels is anger towards women.
I
mean, I'm sorry. Any guy that's going to throw that out there, I just think you hate women.
Off the rip, by the way. You don't even know him. All you know about him is that he cares about men's rights and issues, which is crazy. Sorry to tirade, but like if you do care about, being a man and just evolving in this new world that we're doing, you should. And some people probably won't like, but like that comes under feminism to me. Like a lot of the things that women are fighting for help us too. Does that make sense? Like it helps everybody, So if all those issues, those men's rights that you're talking about, they have already been talking about them. Like they're trying to help you out, trying to get us away from hating ourselves. And again, I don't think that's what he's talking about. And
yeah, I don't think
this
woke.
was a no for me. This was a swipe far left for me.
That is like, can I swipe left multiple times to just get you as far away from me as possible?
How many L's can this guy catch?
I'm also just like, yeah, dude. Like if you're a dude facing women, which is what this is, right? Like that is the wrong thing to throw in there.
Right.
Like you are gonna get some angry women.
That's like if I go and I see a lady's profile and it says all lives matter. That's like
not a match.
Boo boo. All right. So yeah, don't do that on your profile. And if you do believe that, I think you have a right to believe whatever you want. That's what's cool about this place. Don't tell anybody. Because
especially not if you're trying to date them.
Yeah, listen, I've seen so many profiles that have like their beliefs or whatever just they're not there. So like their political affiliation or whatever, but you can kind of tell who they are just how they word things. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's very funny to me because like, all right, so what you're kind of wacky, So, all right.
Before we turn into a political podcast.
Right. It didn't mean to do that. That's on me. That's on me.
Dream.
That's on me.
Stay tuned.
So this one I included because we always see, like, in Austin, most spontaneous thing I've ever done, moved to Austin. Like, every single fucking profiles, like,
literally
moved to Austin. Moved to Austin. It's like, was it that spontaneous, though? Like, was it?
I'm planning a move right now, and it's 6 months in advance.
Right.
Are you going to put on spontaneously move to New York when you get there?
Honestly, I thought about it.
The irony, and then they find out she has a binder for it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're spontaneous. You're spontaneous."
Like a literal binder of research.
That's awesome.
Soup's spontaneous.
So spontaneous.
That's fucking funny.
So while I was on Maui, I was doing some swiping. I didn't end up actually meeting up with anybody. But
sad.
I mean, yeah, I was there to hang out with family.
Good for you.
No surfer that you found on Tinder?
No, sadly.
Damn, you couldn't find your Johnny Tsunami. That's a Disney Channel reference.
I know.
Okay.
Nice. But so I just included this one. So most spontaneous thing I've ever done, sold everything I had and moved to Maui. And I was like, there it is. There's the Maui version of this.
Nice. Every city is going to have one. Every city.
Well, right.
Yeah, every place is going to. Yeah.
Especially
also, if
destination city.
If that's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done, I feel like you should try to lead a more exciting life. I don't know. That's just.
I will say though, I feel like moving to Maui is like a much bigger risk.
Sure.
Than moving to Austin.
There's volcanoes.
Sure. Yeah. There's a volcano.
We have 0 volcanoes here in Austin, to my knowledge.
That is accurate.
To
true.
my knowledge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Hawaii does have more volcanoes than Texas.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Texas is big. I haven't been everywhere.
I don't think there's volcanoes in Texas.
How do you know? Where do you think all this heat comes from?
Okay. All right. Well,
Conspiracy theories by
this
Paul.
This is going downhill very quickly.
All right. Let's do a couple more here.
Yeah, this is my favorite.
This is the best. If we want to talk about just like cliche question and responses. Love this.
Do you want to go? I want me to read it, or
Marie can read it.
All right. I'll fall for you if ask.
Oh, I didn't even.
What? Did you think it said ass?
I thought it said you ask.
UX?
Exactly.
You ask.
Exactly. That's what it should say.
Yeah.
You were putting words in there to complete the sentence.
Yeah.
Like a normal fucking person.
Yeah. Yeah.
This and like all of the iterations we see of it is one of my biggest fucking pet peeves on the apps when they're like, there's a prompt and they're like, just ask me. It's like, no, you dumb fuck. You're supposed to put the answer here to the prompt so
To start a conversation.
That's what the prompt is for.
Like, I don't want to ask you the question that you're already supposed to be answering.
Yeah. No, that's double the work. Yeah, fuck that.
Just don't do that.
Yeah, don't. Yeah,
Ladies,
don't,
fellas,
it's
don't
not,
do that.
It's not cute. It's not cute. And I'm trying to think of any time I've actually been like, well, what? Like, actually asked, but I don't think I ever have.
No, because nobody does.
Yeah,
Why would you?
I think I've seen it. I mean, I see it on a lot of women's profiles, so that makes me
I believe
think
that.
guys are definitely being like, let me re-ask the prompts. Like, I feel like I'm
Yeah,
seeing
right.
that.
Like, what? Should I copy and paste the prompt?
Right.
The message? Like, what?
Right?
I mean, I don't think that means that people are responding to it. I think it just means that women are just as unoriginal sometimes as men.
True.
My
Truth.
Equality.
I have no evidence to support what I'm about to say. However, I definitely.
Oh, we only use fact-based information on this
Especially
podcast.
for politics and horoscopes only.
Right. Oops, my bad. Facts. So this is a fact. But like, you wouldn't do something unless it worked at some point, right? So you wouldn't just keep doing
I
it.
disagree.
Really? You don't think so?
I think a lot of people don't put the thought into their dating profile that perhaps we do. Because, like, I go in and I change it around pretty regularly, I guess.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people, like Michelle here, who hasn't changed her prompts since she moved from Portland to Austin.
I've been saving them for us to do it at an event to like let the fans do it.
We could we could have done it the other week, but we didn't have a projector. Well, that worked. Anyways, R.I.P. Next time. But yeah.
Oh,
Anything else on that one?
Not really. Now, so I mean, if anybody has any questions, ask. So
Slide in.
slide in.
I think the prompt people always use that type of response to is usually like, the best way to get to know me is ask.
What is it? What do I have to ask? What is that?
What?
Well, how do I get to know you?
Yeah, that's what that
Like,
It's just annoying.
it's well, honestly, like I don't have an answer to that.
yeah.
Like
That
I'll fall
prompt.
for you if ask, or like I don't have an answer for that. I don't know what's gonna take what it's gonna take for me to fall for you.
Right.
Like, don't be an asshole, but that's only the start.
I think the only acceptable answer for "I'll fall for you if" is one of the following: you trip me, you drop me from a building, or you are gravity. So
I think all of those are overplayed too.
doesn't matter.
I've seen
Those-
every
those are the
single
only
one.
those are the only acceptable ones. That's it. Like, how else are you going to answer that? It's all things related to do with falling. You're a bird without wings. That's one. That's one. There you go. Yeah, hit you with some new shit today. Moving on.
All right, let's do this one and then let's wrap it.
The best way to, I assumed that. I'm sorry, I just jumped in.
Do it.
The best way to ask me out is by not being that girl who waits for the guy to message first, and not being one of those 2021 dumb beaches who thinks astrology affects psychology. ... End. Yeah, I'm annoyed too, Luna. I'm very annoyed. What is it, man? A lot of negativity.
Dude, yeah.
Also, two unrelated statements, in my opinion.
Yeah. Who hurt these people? They keep, like, you know what I'm saying? Every time I see this, I'm like, this didn't just happen. This wasn't just.
This is a response to a specific event that happened.
Yeah, right?
Also, like, we'll ignore his color with Dum Beaches, but like, girls talking about astrology happened before 2021.
Yeah,
like
1000%.
that's not a unique to this year thing.
I will definitely say it feels like it's popping off recently in the past.
There've been a lot of
year.
memes.
Like, I have been on a bunch of dates, and every time it's astrology. Every time it gets brought up.
Interesting.
Yep, every time. They're like, give me big Scorpio energy right now. And then I go, and then I'm like, clickety clack, baby. Like, every time. Because
Clickety clack.
I wish y'all could have seen the Scorpion click hands, hand clicks that Paul just did.
Oh my God. No, you're going to do that again. And that's going on the story.
not to say that I don't agree with him at all. And you're right. It isn't new. I'm just saying before I dated, but pre-COVID, I didn't, like when I did it, I'd never really, and maybe I wasn't listening, but it wasn't brought up as much. But now it seems like every time, they're like, oh, like I went on one recently and she was super nice. And she was like, oh, I didn't want to ask you because I didn't want you to think I was one of those astrology girls. But like, also, what's your sign? I was like, bet, Scorpio. She was like, I knew it. I said, really? We've known each other for cumulatively 45 minutes. How? But that's fine. Cool.
Honestly, sometimes even if I didn't know it, when somebody tells me their sign, I just say that makes so much sense. Because then they look at you like,
is she a witch?
Oh, what is it? Yeah.
Somebody get this
Sometimes
world.
I'm like, I don't even know you well enough to make this assumption, but like, that makes sense. I get that. I love that for you.
I say that I do be like, that checks out.
I just out myself, and I'm like, oh, I actually only know about my own sign, which is I feel
very
like
Scorpio.
Yeah, that's right.
But okay.
Anyway, sorry.
Going back to this first line, right? So the best way to ask me out is by not being that girl who waits for the guy to message first. Like, I'm sorry, what?
He means he wants dudes.
No, no. What he's saying
Unraveling
is
it.
like the best way to ask him out is by asking him out, but that's implied in the prompt, like by not waiting for him to ask. Like what?
Oh my God,
It
you're
is
right.
very double negative.
He just restated the prompt, basically.
The best way to ask
Also,
me.
I did not even think about that.
Yeah,
I know I
neither
said
did
I'm
I.
not easily
Neither
offended,
did I.
but based on my reactions to some of these, maybe I am. Maybe I'm easily offended and a social butterfly.
I mean-
and that's fine. You can be easily offended. That's perfect. We need people like that.
Do we?
Basically, you just admitted that you have feelings, like so does everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna cut that. We're gonna.
Okay.
Can you?
But also,
clickety clack, cut that.
clickety clack. Okay, but also I'm like, not being the girl who waits for the guy to message first. Honey, this isn't Bumble.
Yep.
Like, I am on this app because I do not want to send the first message. So how about you man the fuck up and say something?
And I'm like, I think, how do I put this without sounding weird? Because I agree, right? I agree with you. Like, if we're here, generally, I hate putting people into social roles, but generally it's the dude's responsibility to like go first. Generally, you know.
And I agree. Like, I obviously.
Right.
Well, and
it's like agree with a lowercase a.
well, it's
You
just
know?
like it's kind of like it's the expectation, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that that's how it needs to be all the time. My rationale though is because when I'm looking at these dudes' profiles, there's nothing for me to fucking say except, hey, how's it going?
That's true.
And
too.
I know full well what's on, like, it has been very artfully crafted so that you can respond to something that I've said.
Right.
I'm trying to make it as easy as possible because y'all are stupid.
Yeah.
So if I'm not messaging a guy first, it's because I don't know what to say.
If I'm being completely honest, most people don't know what to say. I find that, with rare exception, plenty of people are not excellent or even moderately okay conversationalists. I got to say, we're sitting with one of the best ones, me. And
I looked at Michelle.
We did. No, I'm kidding. It is Michelle.
She's also the best at starting a conversation
She's
with a
absolutely.
complete stranger.
And that is a rare.
True.
That is a rare commodity.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So, but what this guy's saying is like, yeah, don't be a punk though. Like, so do you never message anybody? You don't make the first move ever?
I do sometimes if there's like something for me to say.
I didn't mean
I'm
you
not-
were a punk. I meant
Oh.
me.
No, I'm.
My bad.
I'm like I'm not opposed to never sending the
Yeah.
first message. I just don't for like a valid reason.
Sure.
But you're right. Like, this guy's clearly just like, hey, I'm waiting around for you.
Yeah, which is
Sleeping Beauty, okay. Like,
right. If you want to talk to somebody, just fuck. Don't be scared. He's scared. That's what happened. He's scary right now. He's just like, well, I'm going to play tough, but also don't hurt my feelings. Like, that's what it reads to me. But that's fine.
and he's like, I want you to message me first, but also talks about dumb bitches.
Right.
So who the fuck is gonna even if you're not into astrology, you're still gonna be like, wow, what a dick.
Yeah. I'm not here for this like dissing women within my prompt response. Like dumb beaches. Also beaches instead of bitches. Like what?
Just say it.
Dumb beaches.
Yeah, if you're gonna go around offending half the population, just actually say it.
Just say it.
But does he actually go on dates, and then when the date's going well, does he go, "Thank God you're not one of those 2021 dumb beaches. Thank God. I was so worried."
I feel like that's a two-part question. Does he actually go on dates? Probably not many.
Probably not. But
At least not from this app.
And
Listen.
then does he like do that? Possibly. Yeah.
I've seen people with people that I would not ever expect them to be with. So I never put it
Truth.
past anybody that they can't catch a date. Like, I'm sure people have been on dates, and I'm sure he's been on a few. I'm sure they did not go well.
There's somebody for everybody.
Oh God, gross. Some people shouldn't. Anyways, yeah, no, this is bad. This is a bad opinion. He says, I want you to message me first because I'm not gonna do it because reasons, and you better not be a dumb 2021 bitch. Now, if you a 2020 bitch, now I fucks with a 2020
What if
dumb
I'm a
bitch.
2022 dumb beach?
Oh yeah, I fucks
Cool?
with that.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Because-
bad.
In the future.
Because it's astrology. So you can.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
I think you
mind
should
blown.
add that to your prompts.
Give me a 2022 dumb bitch, and that's all I want. Okay, I'm praying for that.
It's almost Scorpio season, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Getting there.
Watch out.
We do need to start planning for that episode or
Yeah.
series. I think
need to-
I think
What do
Paul
we-
needs to be a part of it.
What are you
And then I think we need someone who is like super into astrology to come on and talk about it.
Somebody who has a little bit more expertise than us.
literally everybody I've been on a date with for like the past month. So
Can
I'm
you
gonna be fine.
find us someone who's like a proper expert though?
Not a dum beach.
Not a dumb
No,
beach.
not a
like,
dumb beach. Yeah,
We need like a 2022, I mean a dumb beach is fine, but not a dumb beach.
Got it. So like somebody who knows your morning and fall
Your
evening
morning
sign.
and evening.
Is that what that is?
Moon and sun.
Moon and sun. Yeah.
And rising.
Moon and right. Moon and. Do we have our dumb beach? Is that?
No, we need an external expert.
All right, we need an external dumb beach.
And on that note, I think it's a good time to wrap this shit up.
I wish I had like crinkling sound effects, like a present, like just like paper.
Next time.
Okay.
Yeah, put that on your little soundboard.
Yeah. So yeah, catch me at PM Jams. That's at PMJAMS, and I put music and events. Follow me, and it's awesome. It's great. I want to see you guys there, and let me know that you came. Let me know how you found out about me. Let me know your favorite. Let me know your fears. Let me know your dreams. All of that. Tell me more.
But don't be negative.
But don't be negative. I want positive nightmares.
Positive.
Yep.
I'm just afraid of being too successful.
Yeah.
On that note,
Yeah.
you can catch me at mcraigpdx on Instagram. You can also catch me on LinkedIn, where on Fridays I post a High Five Friday video talking about positive wins from the week. So trying to spread a little positivity, a little support in the community. Catch me there. And you can usually catch me at Frasier's 2 to 3 nights a week.
I was going to say APA too.
And
then it's
and that.
positive.
Come get an autograph from
PAW.
Michelle. A signed Michelle autograph. Get one of those.
And you can find me at Marie R. Carlson on everything and at Swipe and the City because you want to stay connected with this podcast. You can also find my loud dog from this episode, Luna Lovegood.
Sick. Oh, that's a siren. Now it will applause.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sorry.